a number of people here today. We got Sammy, we got the plumbers, and of course, got my cousin Chad freaking on his hands and knees where he does his best work. I'm only kidding. So what are you doing for us today, Chad? What's going on?
We're just sanding this down a little bit, getting any paint or anything that got smeared on there, getting it nice and smooth, and we're going to vacuum it, tack it, and put the final coat on it and bring it to life.
As far as I was concerned, was done and looked gorgeous, but Chad's a perfectionist and wants to make it pop that much more, but this floor turned out absolutely gorgeous. This is all rough sawn white oak. There is not another floor like it. I'm telling you. I don't know anyone with a floor like this. Tomorrow morning I get to see what it looks like finished, and I'm we got our friendly neighborhood plumbers here. Of course, the star of the show. But yeah, these guys finished up some crap for us today, and it looks all right. I'm gonna have to straighten some stuff out a little bit crooked. No, these guys did it. These guys did a great job. Got a little surprise for you, so I'll tell you in a second. Part of that work, what I'm working on for that surprise, is this little electronic controller box by Ghazi. Actually, the box I think is by Lutron, who also they make the controllers for our dimmer switches. They make the controllers for fans. They make the controllers for our power blinds. Lutron has definitely got the market cornered for fancy controllers for electronics, but this one is got the label Ghazi on it. And if you don't know what Ghazi is, you're about to find out. And I get to show you something super cool today. Something I'm really excited about, something that I've had for months now and haven't been able to use and try out because this ain't plugged in. So we'll show you where we're going. Frosted window in our shower. Well, that's not supposed to be frosted all the time. This window hasn't been hooked up yet. There's actually power wires that go to this glass, and there's a film in there that goes opaque or frosted or whatever you want to call it when you take the power away from it. So when you put power to it, it's supposed to go clear. And this is that window I've been really excited about. Like I said, we got it a couple of months ago. We installed it, but I haven't gotten around to hooking up the controller. So it looks pretty straightforward. We've got power in on this side, and there's two wires that come out of this side that go to the glass. This doesn't look like rocket science, but if anyone can screw up that, it might be me, especially when it comes to wires. But I'm not too bad with wires, but I don't really like electrical all that much. We have got just a regular switch on and off with 120 power going to a wire in the closet. Next to where that wire comes out in the back of this closet here, there's also wires that come in from the glass. And so when this gets powered, the window goes frosted. When this gets powered, the window goes clear. Shout out to Ghazi Glass. These guys were super awesome to deal with. Just really nice people, very intelligent, smart. They know their stuff. I looked everywhere for this glass that frosts, and I don't know if they're the only ones that do it, but I would say they're the only ones that do it well because they were super cool to deal with. So I'll have to tell you about another product they make. You don't have to go as far as I'm going with this particular window. I'll explain that when it's done being installed. Now guys, we're going to get you in. Unfortunately, it's going to be kind of dark in here. Maybe the light will adjust, but I had to come in here and show you just how simple this hookup is here with this controller. So here's my power coming in. It's going to come into the box, to the controller. Of course, I shut the power off first. I would turn the lights on in here for you, but I don't have any bulbs, so that kind of sucks. 3 wires to hook up, and then so I've got 2 wires here. One I've stripped a little bit of the coating off, and that was so that I knew which one I was going to use. So what they do is they have you put in basically a backup wire. And so there's actually separate hookups on the window so that if the wire ever goes bad on one, you've got another one in there and you don't have to take your window apart to get to it. So that's pretty stinking smart if you ask me. But I didn't think of it, so I don't want to take credit for it. I use my handy dandy stud finder. Usually every one of these I've bought in the past has been broken because every time I hang on to it and hit the button, it just starts beeping and going off. It's a stud finder, and apparently I'm like Superman when it comes to stud finders. That was a terribly delivered joke. Maybe some of you got it. Turn the switch on. We've got power up there, and nothing's happening with my really cool window. So, this is not good because technically both of those wires, no, they're not. I may have hooked up the wrong set of wires. Let's hook up the other set. I'll be back in a minute. Things are definitely stressful, definitely hectic, but we've got guys like Sean that are just pulling through at the end here and kicking some butt. So we get us backsplash today, which is our last bit of tile in this house, so we're really excited. So enjoy the time lapse. Alright guys, so we got the plank brought down. We're going to do a little bit of drilling on this rough sawn, or actually our hand hewn timber. We're going to do a little bit of drilling on it. And we're going to install these awesome light sockets. So we're going to bring this light to life. We've had our electrical inspector here. Everything's passed, everything's good. And now I'm going to make a non-approved light that the inspector wouldn't have passed. So here we go. finito for now. I bought myself some really cool clips. No idea where they're at. Just like 7 other things I've tried to find in the last 2 days, including smoke detector and what else? Bunch of things that I needed to go to the store and buy again. I know I have it, just don't know where. But this turned out absolutely awesome. We're gonna go get those clips, and we are ready, and a couple of wires, and we're ready to wire this thing in and see what it looks like. So when we get that stuff, we'll show you what happens. All right, guys, as you can see, Sean did an amazing job on our backsplash, and we couldn't be more grateful to Sean and the wonderful work that he's done here. There's just a slight problem with our tile on our backsplash. We got this done on Saturday, and on Saturday evening, Jana came in and saw it and was like, oh, this is beautiful. It wasn't grouted yet. And then Sunday came around, and Sean came over to grout it. So Jana and I went to church with the kids, and we came home, and she was absolutely sick to her stomach. She's like, I feel like I'm gonna throw up. And I'm like, it doesn't look good, does it? She's like, no. What we have is we have a gray tile that when daylight hits it, it turns like a blue color, and it looks terrible. I mean, it pulls your eyes away from the rest of the kitchen. And not that everything needs to be perfect in our house, because it's not. It does have to. I said to Jen, I just said, we've had some pretty bad mistakes in this house. We can just redo the tile. And that doesn't make her feel good. And like, okay, well, the other option is you wake up, or you go, every time you walk into your kitchen, you're reminded of how much you don't like it. And this kitchen was really Jana's baby on this build. She really took a lot of time to make this kitchen what it is, and it turned out beautiful. And I have to agree with her. This tile doesn't look right, so we're going to go with a darker tile. But what does that mean? It just seems so wasteful, but like I said, you won't convince me that that I'm going to require my wife to, or anyone to sit and look at something that's not what they dreamed. We've been in this too long, this build. It's cost us a lot of things: time, material, sleep, blood, sweat, tears. This place has cost us everything. So at the end of the day, what's another $2,500 or $3,000? It's a lot of money, I get it. But why stick with something that isn't what you dreamed? So that just means more footage for you guys for seeing a different kind of tile, and then everyone can tell us how much they like this one better after we tear it up. And at the end of the day, it doesn't matter what you guys think. It matters what we think. We're living here. We're looking at it every day. But yes, I'm just trying to be funny. But sarcasm usually helps me in times like this. All right, guys. It's time to come clean. It's time to be honest. I feel dirty and slimy and guilty for tricking you guys to click on this video. You know, we just get paid so much from YouTube, from you guys clicking, that we thought we'd create a few $1,000 and a couple of day project just to get you to click. I hope it was worth it. No, that's not it. This sucks. But I'm trying to make light, so there you go. All right, guys, so going up the staircase. All excited about it. Check this out. Jana's been doing just a fabulous job. Let me see here. Jana's just been doing an amazing job on decorating. We got this cowhide rug out of Texas when Logan and I went out there for his birthday, and we got this leather sofa set that came out of Jana's parents' house. It's in great shape. It was in the basement for 20 years, so we got a nice couch area for the kids. They got their little entertainment center. And, of course, I got to show you my light. That light turned out sweet. Starting to get things organized in the kitchen. Like a couple days ago, that was completely covered with dishes and crap and everything else, and Jana's finally got everything tucked away in the cabinets where she wants them, so that's cool. She's got the seating area down here. Bring that down. But yeah, Jana's done an amazing job at making everything look really nice and cozy and comfortable. We got these 2 cool mirrors put in, fun, and got these from one of the local outlet stores. You touch it and it goes off, and goes on, and you double tap it. Oh no, it didn't double tap it. Changes colors. Come on. See how it changes all those colors, and then you hold your finger down, it dims. Hold it down, gets brighter. Kind of cool. Really got a kick out of it, but finally got everything wired up, and I'll show you what the malfunction was. So we got the controller here, and what I didn't realize is that it needed another power source. So if you look, so you got the switch and then you got the power source. Power from a switch, and you also need constant power for the little computer box. And that's what happens when you don't read the instructions and you just like, hey, this is easy and I'll put it together. Not a good idea. Luckily, I didn't do anything that would harm anything. I didn't cross any wires, but obviously the window wouldn't work. But now, oh, I'm so excited to show you guys this. Now keep one thing in mind. We haven't even cleaned the shower. We're using it, but we haven't really cleaned anything. But check this out. You ready? I got this magical little button on the wall here. Just a regular switch. And if you go like this, you go, it's so bright. So we'll give you guys another view. So here's looking out the window. So here I am taking a shower, and I get to sit and look at the birds and the squirrels and the chickens and everything else. And then when Jana is going to take a shower, how cool is that? Goes frosted instantly. You guys might think I'm using some crazy trickery, but this window is so cool. So huge shout out to Ghazi. So Ghazi is the company that makes this. They have the complete system. They have a couple of different options. This actual window is made, like the actual glass actually frosts. There's a layer of film in between the laminated glass here. And the reason we did that is because we're in a high moisture area and we didn't want the film coming off. The film I'm talking about is a product that they make where, like, let's say by the front door of your house, or you've got an area where you want privacy and like complete privacy. Something like this, they make the actual film that will go over your existing glass. And then coming out of the bottom corner or wherever you want it, there's a wire lead, like a little plug-in. And then you plug it to that controller that we've got. And you can basically turn any window into one of these electronic frosting windows. And I'm a glass guy, so I really get a kick out of stuff like this. And I've heard about these. I've never seen one in real life. I've seen them in the movies, in the bathroom stalls, but I've never experienced like turning one on and off. And let me tell you, it is so cool. Oh my gosh, honey, what are you doing?
What?
What are you doing?
Editing.
This is what my wife does all day long. She sits and just watches videos of me.
Basically.
This is how much my wife loves me. Like, I go to work and she just watches videos of me. She can't get enough of me.
Just you all day long.
I can't. Kind of a pretty big deal. Really big deal. See you later, guys.
All right, guys, thank you for watching this episode. As you can see, there's just a ton of stuff going on around here. A lot of things are getting wrapped up. There's still a lot of things to be done, but things are getting cleaned up and organized and finished up. And I just want to give a special thank you to my cousin Chad, who came in and did the hardwood floors upstairs and did that final buff with the final coat of urethane or whatever it is up there. But the floors look absolutely stunning. We get a lot of comments on that beautiful wood. And speaking of wood, Jason Frank, thank you. You've been a part of this build since the beginning. You helped us with the wood on our bridge. You also helped us with the wood in the house. And I've been able to become good friends with Jason over time. So Jason, thank you so much for your products that you've cut for this house. They look absolutely gorgeous, and I can't wait for you to see the finished product firsthand. And thank you to Jesse from Rock Solid Plumbing and your guys. You guys have finished up in here. Everything looks absolutely, works perfectly, looks great. And Jesse, you've been a part of this build. You've been a friend of mine for some time. So I really appreciate you, my friend. And you guys have done a great job on this house. So thank you to Rock Solid Plumbing.
Yes, and a special shout out to Gazi once again. Your window is stunning. It's a great compromise for Ian and me to have a beautiful shower with a nice outside view that I can have privacy as well. And thank you so much to Rock Solid Stone and Tile, unrelated to Rock Solid Plumbing. But thank you so much, Sean, for coming out and sharing your talents with us once again. And I'm really looking forward to seeing round 2 of the Backsplash and the final result, and that we get to share that with you later on as well. So thank you guys again so much for watching. We've come so far in this build. It's been so great to actually live in a house again. So I'm enjoying it. I know we all are. So thanks again for watching. Caviar Taste
On a Sunfish Budget.